On December 4th, protesters and sex trafficking survivors gathered outside the Thurgood Marshall Courthouse in New York City to demand justice for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, whose trial is ongoing.
Epstein and Maxwell trafficked children for 25 years, and Maxwell is only charged with one count of child trafficking.
Testimonies indicate that Epstein demanded sexual acts from women and girls up to 3 times a day. If true, that would be 1,068 acts of sexual violence a year, and with over at least 3 decades of Epstein's reported patterns of sexual abuse, that is over 32,000 instances of rape and sexual assault by Epstein alone. And 40 years later, there are 4 survivors in that courtroom that are accusing Maxwell of pimping. 4.
While the legal system has leveled a mere 6 charges against Ghislaine Maxwell, mass media from Google and Wikipedia to television networks uniformly describe her as a socialite.
The British socialite is charged with 6 federal crimes.
The British socialite.
The British socialite.
The socialite.
It's a stark contrast to the media treatment of Alicia Owen, a survivor of a similar pedophilia ring involving powerful businessmen and political and intelligence figures.
I am no longer going to be just a survivor. I am going to be a warrior.
On the front page of the Omaha World Herald, they called me short, fat, and ugly. It was so brutal.
On top of being smeared by her local newspaper, Owen says she was pressured by the FBI to recant her testimony.
Between 50 and 100 times, the FBI was, "You're going to change. You're going to recant. You're going to say you're a liar." The FBI told me, "You're going to be an old woman when you got." I was 250 years. That's life,
But no outlet has given such an explicit display of sympathy as Bloomberg News, which asked if Ghislaine Maxwell is a victim in the affair. It's no surprise given the owner of the outlet, billionaire Michael Bloomberg, is tied to Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. These 2013 photos show Bloomberg and Maxwell together, and Epstein's infamous Little Black Book contains 5 different phone numbers for Michael Bloomberg. Also curiously missing from most mainstream reporting are questions about Epstein and Maxwell's ties to U.S. and Israeli intelligence. Jeffrey Epstein worked as an FBI informant, and former Secretary of Labor Alex Acosta, who in 2008 was the U.S. Attorney in Miami, cut a plea deal with Epstein after he was told Epstein, quote, belonged to intelligence. Ghislaine Maxwell's late father, Robert Maxwell, is reported to have been a Mossad operative. With Epstein dead in what is widely believed to be a covered-up murder, and Maxwell facing only a handful of charges, the elite figures who visited Epstein's mansions, from Bill Clinton and Donald Trump to Bill Gates and Ehud Barak, are not under investigation.
The videos that Epstein apparently collected of his guests engaged in their sexual escapades with teenage and underage girls from the cameras he had installed in his opulent residences and on his private island have mysteriously disappeared, most probably into the black hole of the FBI, along with other crucial evidence.
With a system that allowed Epstein and Maxwell to commit their crimes intact, the protesters vowed to carry on their struggle for justice.